Women have just offered themselves freely to the world to use to torment other women. You see a mother, she's giving birth. A small girl comes to your house and she tells you that your son has impregnated me. You send her out. My son cannot impregnate a girl like you, and you call yourself a mother. You call yourself a mother. When they're counting mothers, you two will come out. We have to change the narrative. We don't have to let the world use us for their crazy stuff. Women are suffering, but the greatest perpetrators of those sufferings are fellow women. It's sick. I believe that as a united front, we women form a great army, and that's what the devil is afraid of. He's so scared, and that is why he's interested in maintaining the status quo. He's determined to make sure that we women, we fight each other to the end, because he knows how powerful we are when we stand together. He knows that we're going to move mountains. My sister, I'm not sure I know all the lyrics. Hello, beautiful people. You're most welcome to Footprints with Bertuelle. Today, I'm here to celebrate and support women out there. So today, our chat is about women supporting women. This is something that's quite close to my heart. It's like a new ministry. For me, it's not just, it's a very peculiar aspect of the women advocacy to get women, to support women. So this episode is like, wow. I've been looking forward to it. We have been talking about it in different women's circles throughout this March and for a very long time now, but I'm so excited that I'm bringing this to you. I just want to share with you what my thoughts are and then get you to comment. So thank you so much for joining, and I hope that you enjoy the ride. So, like I mentioned earlier, I'm right here today to break a myth, to break a stereotype, to break a bias. What am I talking about? So growing up, a lot of women or men and the world in general just has this impression that every time women meet, it's all about gossiping, competition, jealousy, backbiting. And there's this famous talk out there that a woman's solution is a woman, as in, if you want to fight a woman, the easiest way to do it is to recruit another woman. So the world is under this impression that women don't really like each other. So they're always ready to destroy and fight each other. So I'm like, this stereotype, we have to stop it, because the gender equality struggle or the gender equality advocacy is really greatly slowed down by this concept, the concept of women being against women. And I believe that this is why the women supporting women trend or hashtag has been trending for a while. And I think it's a very beautiful thing to actually be intentional about supporting other women in your circle, in your family, wherever, I'm not talking about supporting the wrong deeds of people just because they're women. I'm talking about supporting women who are going through tough times, supporting women who are winning, supporting women who are going through challenges, just being intentional about supporting a woman and not just being stuck in that idea that a woman is a fellow woman's enemy. So this is what we're going to be talking about today. We are trying to break the bias that says that women are always supposed to work against women, or that women are always working against women. So personally, I've been so blessed that in my circle, I have these phenomenal women who are always pushing me. I'm not saying that it's always been a rosy ride. Sometimes you get bumps in the road, but one thing is sure, believe me, I've had that in my own life. I'm a living testimony. I have lots of sisters. I mean, people I can call sisters anytime, any day. People I'm not worried about turning my back. Like when I'm out of their sight, I'm sure that they're ready to fight for me. They're ready to support me. People I'm sure always mention my name in their place of prayer. So it is a real thing. It's not a myth. So it's true that people have different temperaments, and there's always going to be some spoiled cocoyams in the mortar. But definitely there are women out there who are always ready to support each other. So we just have to be very careful about our circle and the kind of people that we mingle with. But today I just want to really crack on this particular aspect and to say that it might be a little dicey sometimes, but we as women, as a team, as a group, we have to make an intentional effort to support each other. This is the only way to bridge the gender gap. Because you keep asking yourself, there's so many women in the world, but why is it that it's so hard for women to find themselves in the corridors of power? It is because the world has recruited fellow women to fight fellow women. So if we plan on making any progress in this whole gender equality struggle or breaching the gender gap in different areas of our lives, then focusing on supporting a woman that you know is something that you must be intentional about. I mean, you all sisters out there, you have to be intentional about supporting a sister. Fighting each other is not going to take us anywhere. So we have to come to that realization that the world is using this against us, and that's how come we work so hard, but we are not able to reap the fruits of the efforts that we put in. So being intentional about supporting a sister is something that we women must try to crack on. So I'm just so glad that lots of women are beginning to realize the need for this, because it's just us girls, right? It's just us against the world. There's so many injustices against women in the world. So the world cannot be against us and we are against each other, because most often the world uses fellow women to destroy fellow women, to bring down fellow women, to torture fellow women. Yeah, that's the reality. You see women, issues like female genital mutilation, fellow women are actually recruited to carry out the act, you see. So there's so many things that women are actually the propagators. Mothers, for example, in Africa are the greatest propagators of it's okay for your husband to batter you. It's okay for him to beat you. So there are little things like that. Mothers are the greatest propagators of let's hide it. Let's cover the rape. Let's not let the world know about it. Let's not report him. So there are little things like that. And you begin to realize that the greatest number of people or a good number of women are out there trying in a very outrageous manner to destroy the lives of fellow women and girls. So women have to come to that realization. We have to be intentional. We have to work against the tides. We have to go against the status quo, against the stereotype. We have to break the bias. This is the only way for us to be able to move forward in this whole gender equality struggle. We have to be there for each other. We have to be a sister skipper. We have to try. So our conversation today is just going to be all about that. So I'm just going to raise a few scenarios that are quite common with us, and for us to get like a moment to reflect that if you're found in this situation, how is your reaction? Is your reaction envy? Is it jealousy? Or is it support? So we always have to remind ourselves that it's just us girls and we have to be there for each other. So thank you so much for joining, and I hope that you can be able to connect with the points I'm going to raise here, and you'll be able to learn a thing or two, or to get a time to actually reflect and do like how can I put it, to think it through and see how we have faltered. Because when I was preparing this topic, I realized that there's so many times that I personally have also failed a fellow sister in different scenarios. So I just want us to talk about it. I'll raise a few issues. You can leave your comments. You can leave your frustrations. I really want to hear what women out there think about the Women Supporting Women campaign. Do you think it's a myth or it's a reality? Do you think it's a possibility? I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but do you think it's something we can achieve by working hard and by being intentional? So I just want us to talk about this. So please, my dear sisters, you all out there, like this video, comment on this video, please. I really want to hear what you have to say. And if you really think that this campaign is worth it, go ahead and share your from you. So let's just dive into it. The first thing I want to talk about is women who are winning, women who are thriving, women who are successful, women who are in a place of celebration. So, dear sister, this is the question. you see that classmate of yours, that roommate, that choir member, that cousin of yours, that sister, that colleague, that friend. I mean the one with good grades, the one with a thriving business, the one with a successful NGO, the one with so many millions of followers on social media, the one who was recently appointed a commissioner. I'm talking about that woman with wonderful kids, successful kids, beautiful kids, a supportive husband. I'm talking about that woman with a wonderful family. I mean that happy sister in your circle. Yes, the one you're thinking about right now, or the ones you're thinking about right now. When you look at them, when you think about them, what do you feel? Do you feel envy, jealousy? Do you backstab them? Do you see them as a competition? She's not your competition. She's not your competition, my dear sister. She's just one sister out there who has worked so hard, has been through a journey, and she's winning. You don't know her story. So I just want to say that if you're in a situation like this and you have a sister in your circle who is celebrating, who is winning, who is thriving, for us to make headway, you have to look at her as a light in a world of women which does not really get to enjoy so much light. And she does not dim your own light in any way. That's the truth. She's not stopping you from shining. So if ever you feel hate, stop hating on her. Stop being jealous. Please, we have to try to celebrate women who are winning. Ask her for help if you need to. Learn from her if you need to. Work hard and wait for your season. Everyone has a season. It depends on your patience, your hard work, and your waiting attitude. So I just want to mention here that if you're in a circle with a sister who is doing great, who is doing wonderfully well, talking down on her or talking back, destroying her reputation, or fighting her, or dragging her, or trolling her, is never going to help us women to move up the ladder of life. So I just want to mention that envy, we must know, shuts the gates of heaven against us. So celebrate that sister in her face, and also celebrate her in her absence. Don't celebrate her in her face and you destroy her at the back. Do not badmouth her. Do not slander her. Do not curse her. Do not hurt her. Do not poison her. This whole poison scenario that's crazy out there. We have to stop envy. Like I mentioned in one of my videos, it's a form of witchcraft. We have to cut it. We have to stop it. We have to change. We have to change this narrative. We have to learn to be a sister's keeper. We women have to learn to celebrate each other. That's the only way we can be sure that we are going to have members of our group, of our team, of our gender at the top. It's the surest way, by pushing each other until we all are forming a big community of lights, different little flames that are going to light up the world. It's so sad to watch the scenario sometimes, You be in a situation and there is a man, for example, a man that you know, he's doing great, he's built a house, built a good business, and everyone is like, wow, this man is hardworking, he's doing well. We accept that it's out of it, it's hard work and everything. But when it is a sister who is winning, who is thriving, who is winning out there in the business world, who is, just enjoying life, the first thing that we get from the world, especially from women, that part hurts even the most. Everyone just jumps on the name calling and trolling train. You start hearing things like, is it not because she's dating this big man, that's why she has that house? It's not because of her husband, that's why she's able to do this one. There's always a reason why a woman is doing something. Every other reason but the fact that she's hardworking. I was watching a video on the internet the other day, and I saw this lady who has a big business. She's built a wonderful interior decoration business, and she's built a massive house for herself. She's just trying to show the world her work so that people can look at what she's done and, just try to get her more business. And everywhere on the internet, people are dragging her and saying that she's maybe, what did they say? That she's dating a rich man. That's why she's able to do that. Sometimes it feels so sad because the people who are going about spreading this rumor are fellow women. So you work so hard, like me, see my eye did dark for years, so sleepless nights, back to back, you're building something. And when it starts working out, all you get from fellow women who are supposed to be supporting you and watching your back, all you get from them is dragging, jealousy, or they will go ahead to say that you could never have achieved it on your own. Whoever gave that impression, where is it written that a woman can't work and make things happen? Why is it so wrong? Why does the world make it seem so wrong for a woman to win? And the truth is, we women, we are encouraging the world to keep up with this bias. So I just want to say that, please, let's be intentional about celebrating a fellow sister. Let's be intentional about supporting her dreams. Just I don't know, coaching her or something. Just trying to raise her up when she's down. Just support someone who is winning. Celebrate them. Do not slander them. We need more women in the corridors of power. We need more women winning because they can encourage fellow women to know that this is possible. When you see her doing it, you're sure that another her can actually achieve what she's achieved. Women are out here working so hard. The least we can do is support them. So I really want to take this opportunity to say, my dear sister, let's all be intentional about supporting a sister who is winning. That boss in your office, that woman with a wonderful business. Talking about a boss, I remember that when I was much younger, because everything I used to hear, I actually was under the myth also that I had that impression that once you have a female boss, she's going to make life so hard for you, But it's so crazy. That's the world. That's what the world tries to portray. And I just want to ask you, dear sister, when you have a female boss, what are you doing? Are you a part of the gang that's trying to drag her? Oh God. Why are we always fighting the female boss? We're out here clamoring and singing and praying that we have more women in power. But the moment you have a manager who is a woman, you're finding a way to drag her down. You're joining the world to destroy her. I'm not saying that because she's a woman, she's perfect. No. I'm just saying that why don't you be the one to tell your colleagues, both male and female, that they should give her a chance? The world makes it feel like women are terrible managers. They're not. I personally think that women are nurturers, that they are good at management. And that's why you can see a woman who conveniently manage 4, 5, 6, 10 children very well, manage her home, manage her work. She's able to manage all of these things and keep them intact. Everything is running on its own battery and no other part is cheating on the other part. So women can do this. Why is it that when they are at work or in politics or in a situation that looks like power, circular power, people think that they can't do it? And worse still, fellow women are the ones who are there trying to drag them down when we are out here shouting and saying we need more women in power. We need more women in managerial positions so that we can be able to know that, yes, this is what women can give. We are tired of having women in the shadows. So one woman struggles to get out of the shadows and to be on a platform, a managerial position, a political position, and you are a sister, but all you think you can do is to help the world to drag her down. This is sad. So I just want to say that it is crazy to think that we need someone. We always think that we need someone to look out for us in power, to defend the interests of fellow women in power, but we cannot support a sister to get to that position of power. We cannot support a sister to get into that managerial role. We cannot support a sister to get to the top. We have to be intentional, my dear sisters. We have to be intentional about supporting women to get to the top against all odds. We have to cut the unhealthy competition that has been keeping us out of the corridors of power. We have to break the bias. We have to cut down those stereotypes, destroy them completely. So I just want to say that I'm saying this to myself and to all the sisters out there. Please choose today to give your boss all the support that she needs. All the support that she needs to thrive in that managerial position, to thrive in that political role. If you can help her to get that position, because you know she's eligible. Instead of thinking that you want to be in her shoes, even when you know you can't wear the shoes, just support her. Because when she wins, we all win. If one woman wins, we all are winning. And it teaches us that women can do it. So we have to be intentional about such things. This is the only way to get women to represent us in parliament, to represent us as presidents, to present us as managers, general managers, and stuff like that. Give her a chance. Support her to get there. If you're among the people down there who are looking at her, the boss, be her keeper. Be a sister's keeper. Support a woman today. Support your boss today. Support a boss lady today. Support a politician who is a woman today. My dear sisters, we have to try to propel women to win in the corridors of power. This is the only way we get a chance to actually enjoy gender equality. This is it. There are no two ways about it. I'm not saying that you should support evil. I'm saying that you should support a sister. And even if she's going wrong and you don't know how to approach her, don't join the people who are trying to destroy her. If you can talk to her, why not? But if you can't, you don't have to slander her. You don't have to make the world think that women can't be in power, that they can't manage. You don't have to be among the people who think that, or who are actually pushing that agenda, that stereotype. We have to break the bias. We have to stop allowing the world to use you to destroy the opportunities that are being given to fellow women.